Julian Newman somehow got worse.
Most hated basketball player on the internet, and unfortunately this nightmare just will not end. After nearly a decade of being mocked all over social media for his idiotic play on courts and annoying personality off of it, Julian Newman is finally playing basketball at the Division I level. Well, kind of. It's not exactly the fairy tale comeback that many expected.
Damn.
Bethesda is an NCCAA school not affiliated with the NCAA, and the competition is far from elite, to put it
Yeah, I
mildly.
heard they were
But
getting
hey,
their ass
Julian Newman is
whooped.
still playing college basketball, right? Well, despite chucking up as many shots as he wants to, Julian Newman is still struggling to put up a single point per game. Throughout
Damn.
the years, we've seen the worst of Julian Newman, from bouncing the ball off people's heads, to fighting his teammates, to ruining the game of basketball.
Oh my
And I don't
gosh.
think anyone could have expected
Tyrant.
his college career to go this badly. Now, from the beginning, Julian Newman was basically unrecognizable from himself now. I mean, as an elementary school playing on his high school varsity team, it was a pretty incredible story at first.
Yeah, he
But
was
the
going
more we learned
crazy.
about Julian Newman, the more
That
we could
fame-
see right through him.
I already know what happened. I saw it firsthand as it happened. I remember when he first came out, I was like, okay, this thing got potential. Small, undersized, but he got moves. He got great potential. He let that internet fame get to his head.
A high school team where his dad was the damn coach. I mean, do you really think that they didn't have a better player in the whole damn school system than an 8-year-old? The whole Julian Newman thing was a pretty dumb gimmick. This kid could basically do whatever he wanted to on the court while playing some of the worst competition possible, and he took total advantage of it. Very quickly, the world really began to notice that this wasn't just some talented young kid. In fact, he was kind of a prick. From trash talking to fighting to bouncing balls off kids'
Trash
heads,
talking
Newman
don't-
wasn't nearly as likable as he was
Trash talking don't make you a prick, by the way.
hyped up to be. Videos online started absolutely blowing up of Newman facing some real competition and getting some payback for what he was giving out. Julian's got no sportsmanship, no team play. Imagine being 16 years old and picking on a 7th grader. Someone tell 404 this is a sport game, not a street fight.
Oh yeah, I remember this. The simple bag. Damn, shook that nigga.
Now if you're watching this right now, there's a 95% chance that you aren't subscribed to the
Bro,
show.
I hate when people do this. This is YouTube. Niggas who watch most of your content are not going to subscribe. They're there for just that video or something very specific. Be thankful for the niggas that's subscribing and the views is getting to the money. Yeah. I hate when fucking creators do this dumb shit. Stop complaining and get to the bag.
And grown from being a confident young kid to being thought of as a cocky young prick. Despite clearly working very hard at his game for years and years, Julian Newman's game would also heavily plateau, as there's only so many dribble moves you can spam before actually getting anywhere, and there's only so
Jesus.
many bad shots you can pull before the world gets sick of you. The gig was up. In high school, Newman's scoring average of over 30 points per game seemed impressive on paper. However, the truth behind the numbers couldn't be hidden for long. Playing for a small private school coached by his father, Newman enjoyed complete freedom on the court. Free to take as many ill-advised shots as he wanted, and racked up
Jesus.
empty stats against subpar competition. His game, while entertaining for viral highlights, was inefficient and turnover-prone. Built for Instagram, not real competition. Despite being more skilled than most players, 3 major flaws negated any chance of him fulfilling his NBA dream. His tiny 5'6" frame, his abrasive attitude, and his basketball IQ, or lack thereof. By the time the basketball community caught on, Newman had gone from a viral sensation to one of the most ridiculed player in high school basketball. Scouts weren't interested in a 5'6" guard who couldn't adapt to the game to play real competition, no matter how many views he pulled online. College programs passed on him, leaving the Newmans scrambling for their next move. With no realistic NBA future, the Newmans pivoted
Tough.
to capitalizing on Julian's internet fame. This is where Jamie Newman, Julian's father, stepped in to mastermind a media machine. The family launched a clothing brand and their own reality show, a cringeworthy attempt to emulate the success of Ball in the Family. But where the Ball family had talent to back up up their antics, the Newmans definitely didn't. The show became infamous for its loud, over-the-top moments, with Jamie desperately clinging to relevance while Julian's on-court behavior, bickering with teammates, and playing recklessly only reinforced the public's negative perception. The clothing line and reality show were little more than cash grabs, with overpriced, low-quality merchandise failing to resonate with fans. What could have been a redemption arc for Julian became a sad spectacle. A once promising kid reduced to a caricature of his former self. Watching
the reality show probably was a good idea, but he just fumbled the bag.
The love for basketball that had once...
Yeah, I saw some of the clips of the reality show. It just felt very forced.
Into stardom seemed lost amid the noise and drama of manufactured fame. After graduating high school in 2020, Julian Newman would go to basically live the influencer life, playing in random games on videos across the internet. And by most people's expectations, that was going to be how he finished his basketball career. But to the shock of many, 4 years after the end of his high school career, Julian Newman is now a 23-year-old freshman playing college basketball. Now, not too many people knew about Julian Newman and his commitment. It was pretty quiet. And those who did were not exactly sure what to think of Newman playing on an actual team for the first time in his life. But prior to the start of it, he certainly seemed pretty confident.
Long drive, man. Like a 3-hour drive. California, big state. About to drop 40.
Now, Julian Newman did not go on to drop 40 that night. In fact, in 6 minutes played, he managed to go out there and chuck up 3 bricks, scoring 0 points. At this point, Julian's college career isn't going well, and the comments on his own game day vlog are even letting him know that. Put the meat in the tacos, bro. Your basketball career is over.
Put the meat in the tacos is crazy.
You're like 5'5" with shoes on. I'm not being mean, but give it up as a career and just play for fun. It's never happening. A freshman, bruh. You're a 24-year-old man. Well, Julian certainly had a bad game, but how bad could it really be going? Well, in his first game against Cal State Bakersfield, Newman played 15 minutes, went 0 for 3 from the field, and 0 for 3 from 3. He finished with just 3 points, all from free throws, 1 assist, no rebounds, no steals, and no blocks. His team lost by a staggering 69 points, 22 to
That's an ass whooping.
If you expected Newman to have been working on his game,
that's an ass
away
whooping.
from the spotlight, you'd be absolutely wrong. This kid still sucks ass. Newman's pulling the same BS all these years later. Now with his dad as the coach, he somehow found another coach that lets him dribble in place before chucking up some horse shit at the college level. I mean, if you like hate watching this kid, boy do I got some good news for you. In his second game against Southern Utah, Newman played 15 minutes again, but was more aggressive. He scored 6 points, but shot just 3 for 12 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3, and missed all 3 of his free throws. The result, a blowout loss.
0 and 3 from free throw as a shooter or per se shooter is crazy.
This is like the holy grail of lowlights. In his third game against Utah Tech, Newman's performance was even worse. He played just 6 minutes, went 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3, and 0 for 2 from the free throw line. He ended with 0 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal in a 31-point loss. To recap, they've lost every game Newman's played in by an average of 53 points. In those games, Julian has shot 12% from the field and 0 for 17 from 3, and even 3 for 9 from the damn free throw.
Damn.
He's averaging just 3 points, 2 rebounds, and less than...
That field goal percentage looks crazy. 0%.
Wasn't exactly impressive. I guess congratulations, because you were right. This kid cannot play at the collegiate level. At this point, it's clear that Julian Newman's college career has not started off well. His team is terrible, and individually, although clearly having practiced very hard his whole life, this guy practiced all the wrong things while having the basketball IQ of a bag of rocks. Many wonder what he's been doing all these years, but after seeing him in action, it's clear the Newman clown show is really pretty close to being over. While this is a problem for the university, it also highlights a broader issue in college basketball today. Players like Newman often get opportunities because of their social media fame and hype. Julian's name has been built up over the years through mixtape, drama, and social media highlights. While that can attract attention,
I guess that's the new age these days. A lot of these young niggas is getting a lot of fame because they get on these creator platforms or they have big reactors react to them. So, you know, it's a lot more seizable. And then, you know, you have Instagram, YouTube, and all this other stuff.
Doesn't always translate to success on the court. I mean, this kid went viral off playing dog shit basketball and is still continuing to broadcast being unable to control his temper and fighting teammates while tossing absolute BS shots and playing a brand of basketball that kind of just gives the whole American youth basketball system a terrible look. As far as his legacy goes,
not at all.
Plenty of small guards who blew up at the high school
level. Because this nigga's that's worse than him out there.
You don't hear a soul hating on Chase Adams or Akil Carr. He'll be a symbol of how hype and talent don't always go hand in hand in modern basketball. while being the poster boy of why social media basketball has altered the game in a very negative way. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace out.
I hope that boy Julian Newman get it together. I mean, removed from the team is pretty wild. And being removed from the team is pretty wild. Oh man, we got 10 minutes.